serendipity, I'm sure all of you are aware that serendipity word comes from the tale of three princes of Serendip, who had a knack for identifying new opportunities. Let me share my experience of serendipity with all of you. When I was in Rajasthan, Jaipur for a trip, it so happened that it was a balmy afternoon. I was very hungry and I was waiting for my Uber to come when the tantalizing smell of some really yummy food reached me. When I walked to the street vendor close by, her name was Komal Tekwani. She is a momo selling street vendor whose life represents the struggles and aspirations of millions of street vendors in India. My first intake of her was she was so aspirational and she had such a strive for doing entrepreneurship. She wanted her stall to do really well and she made some amazing food. I told her that I would love to come to her stall again the next time I'm visiting Jaipur, at which point she told me she might not be in business the next time I'm in town. Upon further investigation, I came to know that she had applied for a loan, but the loan was not granted even after 50 days. It was still in processing, which got me thinking, I mean, for someone like you and I, if we apply for a personal loan or if we apply for a business loan, we get it pre-approved within a few minutes. Then why is it so cumbersome for someone like Komal? Why is it so cumbersome for the street vendors to apply for a loan and then they have to go again and again to a bank? They have to wait for long time periods for it to be sanctioned. That was my moment of serendipity. There was an opportunity that had to be taken care of. We had to resolve this, and that's how the invent of my company, MaxPay, happened. So MaxPay primarily caters to creating solutions for the community that is majorly in the unbanked sector. We try to get them into the fold. Coming back to Komal's story. So Komal's day usually starts at 7 a.m. in the morning. She goes to the wholesale market to procure all the supplies that she needs to make and curate her momos that she sells during the day. To finance this, she takes money from the local money lender, say 5,000 to 7,000 rupees. And at the end of the day, she's so exhausted and she only has enough to pay off the money lender and to take care of her regular expenses. This keeps her trapped in a vicious cycle where she cannot grow, she cannot dream, she cannot expand her business. What if you and I could change Komal's story? What if, through innovation and technology, we could get her out of this cycle she's trapped in? Today, we are able to talk about financial inclusion when powered with digital tools, how we can change the lives of these vendors one transaction at a time. Komal's first foray into financial inclusion was when we helped her with a QR code. Simply by placing a QR code and taking UPI payments, she now had digital payments coming in. She did not have to worry about her customers having enough cash, about her having enough change to cater to the customers. She didn't have to reconcile her ledgers manually at the end of the day. She could very easily have digital transactions and actually have a transparency in her earnings. So this was not just a history of her payments or data. This had actually turned into an asset, which opened doors into the formal credit system for her. So UPI actually is a wonderful thing. It's not just a payment gateway. It actually brings together all these unbanked sector people together today because most of them are on UPI. The next step in her journey was to avail credit easily. As you know, business loans are a lifeline to any business. What we did was, through our digital lending platform, Pehchan Pay, she could now avail a loan of 10,000 rupees from her business place within 20 minutes. She did not have to go to the banks. She did not have to give physical documentation, sign anything physically. Everything happened in a straight-through process through a workflow journey that was facilitated within 30 to 40 minutes. And money was in her account. So this was a breakthrough for her. What she was worried about was, at the end of the month, how will I be able to have enough money to pay the EMI? Because see, the way these people work, one day is a good day, they do a lot of business. The next day, their business might not be that great. So they worry about having a lump sum amount available in their bank accounts to service the EMI. So we helped her there. What we said was, you continue to do your business using the QR code. We will deduct small amounts from the money that is coming in, and we will accumulate it towards your EMI. So if she makes, let's say, 500 to 700 rupees in a day, we will take 30, 40 rupees, deduct it, we will assimilate it together so that her EMI component doesn't miss, and she can make a credit footprint. We also paired it with a savings scheme, which was brilliant, because now she could save an equivalent amount for her nest egg or a financial safety if she so desired. This took care of all her problems. Now she was eager to expand her business. ONDC can be a game changer for her to expand business, because ONDC, which is Open Network for Digital Commerce, is a platform that brings together buyers, sellers, and logistic companies who all symbiotically participate together to ensure that these merchants have a level playing field. It not only caters to big business people, but also to small-time merchants. So this could be your serendipity moment. You and I could also place orders on ONDC and enable this strata of merchants who would have orders coming in, not only from the local, walk-in people, but also you and I could place orders on ONDC and ensure that we use this opportunity to create an impact, that we are able to help this community evolve. After that, Komal's journey doesn't end. Komal is just one vendor. There are hundreds, thousands, I would say currently about 10 million registered vendors are there in India, and so many more who are not. What we need to do is understand what their problem statement is and do our little bit what we can do to contribute to them. We had a lot of trials and tribulations in this journey. In the early onset, trust was an issue. Having financial knowledge was an issue. So we had to make sure that we can help them get financially literate. We can help them understand how the digital tools actually work, that QR code is safe, you can trust the system, the money will be coming in, you don't have to worry about it. At the same time, we could also cater to the lenders, Lenders were a little apprehensive because they were not sure whether giving small ticket sizes was viable to this sector, whether they would be making repayments in time. But once they saw the repayments coming in, once they saw that there was a structured system in place, they were also happy to participate and curate financial credits for these people that could service this segment. So it created a relationship between them in such a way that it could foster inclusivity in the long run. A lot of people helped us in this journey and continue to do some very good work. I would like to say that we worked with Gates Foundation, we worked with MetLife Foundation, we also worked with American India Foundation, who helped us, with providing them financial literacy or helped us reach out to these vendors. We also had a lot of help from Microsave Consultancy and CIECO. A major person who believed in our vision was the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub and the AU Small Finance Bank, who believed that change is the catalyst to transformation. The next time you are out there in the street, going to a street vendor, I would like you to, the next time you're scanning a QR code, I would like you to remember Komal's story and understand how a simple scan can be a transformational, how it can change the lives and livelihoods of these people. At the same time, if you notice that they are not using these digital tools, I would like you to take that moment and to guide them to what are the avenues out there that can help them, companies that can support them, so that together we all can fulfill this vision where every vendor will be having access to credit, will be having savings, will be able to participate in an open marketplace and get more business. Hopefully this dream would come true. Thank you.